Welcome to another week of Everyday Funko. I am a herding unit today, which I think is going to be the challenge of doing an everyday video. My tattoo work on Thursday was a giant patch all across my back area here, and it's just being so hard to get comfortable and sleep. So I will probably do a bit of rambling today and might drift off, and my focus might be all over the place, but those are the breaks. So, anyways, we are showcasing the Once Upon a Time Rumplestiltskin Funko Pop figure, and he's really great because I've watched the show all the way up into about mid of this last season. I got rid of cable, went to Netflix, so I'm gonna have to wait to see how that season ends up once it comes to Netflix. But it's been really, really good up into about this last season with this character. The writing on the show is so well done. Like, there are twists, there are turns, things that you find out in season 5 that happened in season 2. So the writers were really ahead of themselves where they knew the direction of where they wanted to go with the show. And to me, that's always very impressive. And it's also neat. If you've never seen the show, it's pretty much like this fairy tale realm and world gets thrown into our world due to a curse by the evil queen, and there's all these subplots and all these really cool storylines and characters that are evil in the storybooks that are not actually technically evil. Everyone has a reasoning for why they're doing what they're doing, things that have happened to them. It's really some really great lessons in there, and yeah, like Captain Hook actually ends up being a good guy, which is pretty great, and he's a really lovable character. Not lovable, I guess would be, but he's super hot and super. Oh, Captain Hook. Anyway, let's get back into Rumpelstiltskin's character. He's this last season, it's been a little bit too much. He goes from being like, I'm gonna be a good guy, I'm gonna be a bad guy, I'm always a bad guy, and he's always got a scheme, he's playing the long game. But the actor who plays him, he's so epically fantastic in this show. It's filmed in Vancouver, which is right across the water where I used to live. Lots of friends of mine are involved in the show. I've had friends of mine that have worked in wardrobe, and it's just been really neat to watch this kind of like grow. You can actually go to Richmond, BC, to the little area where this is filmed, and actually do tours of Storybrooke, which is kind of interesting and neat. If you're ever wanting to travel to Vancouver, let me know. I can take a day trip over, it'd be fun. Anyway, so let's pop this bad boy open and let's take a look at him. Okay, so now that he's out of the package, this is pretty great. The glitter, of course, does get on you. It's not, with glitter figures, it's always bound to happen unless they do a sheen spray over them, but then that makes them shiny. So a lot of the time when you get a matte figure that has a bit of that glitter tone to them, it's gonna come off on you. It's like flashback to the, early 90s going to raves for us older people. It's really fun. This little dagger that he has in his hand here, I mean, you're kind of seeing video right now of him in his box, but when we get to the video of him out of his box, the dagger is actually what Rumpelstiltskin, it's called the Dark One. So he's actually kind of infused with all this evil power, and you get that by actually stabbing somebody with this knife and killing them, and then you become the Dark One. So there's a lot of people trying to get that dagger, and also whoever holds this dagger controls the Dark One. So if somebody has a hold of it, they can tell him and kind of use him as their slave a little bit. But then the evilness of the Dark One, you don't want that on your bad side. But it's I really love the glitter tones on him. His outfit is really well done. Digging the little coat, like they really nailed this figure. If you're a fan of the show, he's really worth getting. I mean, Rumpelstiltskin has been a main player through this entire show, and I've really, as I said, enjoyed the progression of the character. Would like to find those, either see him. It's time, I think, for him to leave the show if he already hasn't. Again, I haven't been keeping up with that last part of the season with being on Netflix right now. So it's time for his character to move on and a new Dark One to come about, which would be really sad because, again, he's such a great actor. But this Funko is definitely worth the collection. Whether or not I'll keep him on Sunday, that is another, we'll see on Sunday when it comes to the judging. I'm actually going to do a theme week from now on. It's not going to be Once Upon a Time, so here's your only hint because it's an exclusive day tomorrow. I can't show you which figure it is, but what's that sound? I think I hear a ghost. Who are you going to call? I think you pretty much know exactly where the theme for the next couple days on the show is going. Really excited. I've got some incredible exclusives when it comes to that hint. And stay tuned to see them because tomorrow is going to be an epic opening. So we will see you then on Everyday Funko. Bye, everyone.